Right then, so welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to show you how you can place text behind a subject in Premiere Pro. And it's actually quite simple, unlike you may think. Now, if you ever had experience in Photoshop, you will know that to place text behind a subject, you generally will mask out your subject and then duplicate that layer and then put text behind it or under that layer. It is basically the same premise in Premiere Pro, just in video form. So I'm going to show you how to do it. So we're in our beautiful little timeline here in Premiere Pro. This is just a YouTube short that I filmed a while ago, and just for this demonstration we're going to get rid of the audio, again not needed, and then unmute these two clips. So here is our audio, here is our timeline clip. I'm going to shorten this down just for the sake of demonstration. We're going to do about that much of a clip. Blurry, unfocused part, or whatever, does not matter. So the first step that we need to actually do, like in Photoshop, is we need to get another layer duplicated. So I'm going to very simply copy and paste. There is a shortcut you can use, not that I remember the shortcut because I do this normally on Mac, and today we're obviously on Windows. So we're going to click and drag that above like that. So we have two identical videos on top of each other, which is why they're not going to play. Now, on our top one, which is also the one at the top of our timeline, just think of the timeline as your layer order list, or, you know, the higher it is, that's the top layer, the lower it is, that's going to be the bottom layer, little thing there in anything editing-wise. We're going to come to the top one, make sure it's selected first, and then we're going to right-click and then replace with After Effects Composition. Now, you can't do this easily in Premiere Pro. The best way to do it is in After Effects, because that makes things easier. So we're going to replace with After Effects Composition. Now, ignore that message, that's because I haven't used After Effects on here in a while. It's going to automatically load After Effects. If you don't have After Effects either bought or downloaded, it's probably going to ask you to buy it or download it. After Effects is an absolute great program. I'm not sponsored by Adobe, but definitely recommend you go and get After Effects because it's fairly useful, especially if you want to do stuff like this. Makes your life so much easier. So when After Effects loads, it's going to ask us to create a new project, and that window didn't go. So we want to create a new project. So I'm just going to save it in my example files, and we are doing text behind subject. So I'm just going to label this as subject. So then it's going to bring that piece of footage that we had into here. As you can see, we can watch the footage. There's the full piece of footage. So then, once you are in After Effects and you've created your project, you want to double click on your video file down here, and then you want to go up to your tool panel, wherever your tool panel is in After Effects if you've customized it, and then head up to the top or wherever your tool panel is located to then find this tool, which is the Roto Brush tool. Okay, we are then going to circle my head to begin with. So there's my head only selected. Then I'm going to circle around my ears to begin with. And as you can see, there's a bit too much there, but we'll come back and deal with that in a minute. Then I'm going to circle my main body. And as you can see, by AI, it's going to select my main body. Now, we're going to press Z. We're just going to zoom in and deal with some little issues here. So, holding down the Alt key, I'm going to draw a red line here to say that is not what I want, because we want our mask to be fairly clean so the text looks as realistically as possible behind us. Okay, so I generally try and get the cleanest mask that I possibly can. Obviously, it's not going to be perfect. Press H there to move to the hand tool just to make sure the hat is outlined. Other areas outlined perfectly. My shoulder and my arm outlined perfectly. Ooh, bit of an issue here. So back to the Roto Brush tool we head. Again, pressing Alt. I'm going to make myself a little circle here. Okay. Now, I've actually taken a little bit too much off, but we can deal with that in a minute. Gonna get rid of that. That little divot there needs to just be removed. So we're just going to remove it. And then using the positive side, which again is just release and Alt, we're just then going to clean up that edge a bit. Okay, pretty happy with that. So then I'm going to, oops, not do that. Zoom and then zoom back out. And then what we're then going to do is press this freeze button as soon as we're happy with our mask. You can see the purple is the mask. Going to press that freeze button. It's going to render the entire thing. And just like that, it is done. So if we now play the video, you will see that I am highlighted throughout. So we can now save that and just minimize it for the minute. Come back into Premiere Pro, and if we remove the bottom layer, you can see we have a subject. So now the next part is really simple. Gonna bring our After Effects composition one, so it will generally turn pink or another colour, one layer up, so we've got a layers space, and then we're going to get ourselves a bit of text. So I'm just going to use an example bit of text there. We're going to get ourselves a nice big bold font, nice and big. We're going to scale it up to 800. Okay, and then we're going to make sure the text goes under the pink one there. Just going to lock that layer a second, just so I can easily scale my text up, get it aligned in the video, and just like that, you've got a nice clean text behind subject mask in Premiere Pro, using a very little simple bit of After Effects. Wasn't too complex now, was it, the After Effects? It was actually a really simple thing. I don't use After Effects very often. I only use After Effects when I truly need to, and that instance was one where I truly needed to. And just like that, we have a bit of text behind our subject, and you'll see it in my videos all the time. So, if you found this tutorial helpful or in any way useful, do not forget to subscribe, leave a comment down below, also leave a like, and check out any one of my other videos. I post daily vlogs, I post 2 times a week on these style of videos, like, you know, actual proper videos, and I also do daily short form content on 2 social medias, one there and one there. And that is it for me today, and I will see you next Monday.